Hi there everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Thank you for joining me today and welcome to the channel. I'm going to do another alphabet reading today. I've already done the R name, I just finished that one. And so I'm going to pull another one. I kind of have to get caught up because there's not as many days of the month left as there are names or alphabet tiles to do for readings. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one, and I just want to say that if you haven't listened to an alphabet reading yet, it's about dwindling down the information that's going to be more and more specific to you. I like to use the analogy that the collective reading is about everybody, right? You know, however many people are listening to tarot card readers, that particular reading, the collective reading, can apply to anyone out of all those numbers, right? And then you have the zodiac signs, and it's a bit smaller, you know, because you can listen to at least four different zodiac readings, because you have the sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements in your birth chart that might have different zodiac signs to them, that you can refer to as well to help narrow things down. So it's one of 12 that it's going to be more narrowed down, 4 of 12 actually, if you got 4 different ones. But with the alphabet, with 1 of 26, right, it's going to be even more narrowed down. So you'll take what you get from this, and then from this to the alphabet, right, from the collective to the zodiac to the alphabet. You take all that information and you'll get a pretty good idea of what it is that's going on in your current situation that you come to tarot card readings for, just to be helpful, in a sense that it's a lot closer to actually having a private reading, but never to replace it for a private reading, because after all, private reading is for you specifically alone, no one else. So I'm going to ask Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit to help guide me to choose the tile of the initial of who wants to have their reading done today. I'm not looking. We have V. V for victory. Okay, that's very interesting. That's V. Okay, so we're doing V today. I did R, like I said earlier. So V right now. So V will be the first initial of your first name, middle name, last name, and a nickname. So one of whatever it is. So your name might be Vicky, but you go by Mick, I'm just saying. Mick is a nickname. So then you would go to M's, because people really refer to you as Mick as opposed to Vicky. I know it's a silly example, but it's the only thing that came up. I did have for Robert, right? Robert, people go by Bob. So, that's a good example. Anyway, it's whatever you resonate with most, you most identify with. This letter, if you're identifying with a name that starts with V, this is your reading. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Celtic Cross. Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, please subscribe. I'm not asking Archangel Michael to subscribe, but to the V names that are listening, please subscribe and like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, the Collective Soul Tarot. And yeah, that way if V is not your name or your reading, you can subscribe and get notified as to when your letter actually shows up. I've done most of them already, but any case, we're going to cut the deck. I don't think I did this with the other one. I do sometimes and I don't. All right, Celtic Cross, current situation, overall energy. 4 of Pentacles, being guarded or not being guarded. Okay, being guarded. Let's just leave it at that for now, being guarded. What's crossing that? Temperance, okay. Being guarded, but being asked to not be guarded. Yeah, it's difficult to stay guarded when you have the divine, all the angels helping you to temper your yin and your yang energies, your mind and your heart. It's difficult to be guarded, right? but you have been. Distant past, the world. You've closed out a cycle, V-names. You've closed out a cycle and you have begun a new cycle. What's in the recent past? The Hanging Man. Okay, so you closed out a cycle and began a new cycle to find balance and healing, to get a new perspective on life that you did not have before. You're being hung upside down by the divine, which is the sun, because that's the sign of the divine in the deck. By the divine, so that you can see things differently. Look at your world from a different angle and maybe see other people's perspectives as well. Like take them into consideration that maybe you hadn't done before. Okay, V-names, what's in your thoughts? The Fool. So either you're thinking about how foolish you've been, and I don't think so. I think it's more about you wanting to take a leap of faith and you're thinking hard about doing that. Okay, V-names, what's bridging energy? The Page of Swords. Oh yeah, you want to take a leap of faith and move towards somebody and tell them, give them some information, straight up, honest, truthful, clear and transparent energy or information. What are you fearing? The broken heart. That you're not going to be able to mend a broken heart. That you're going to have a broken heart. Or yeah, I'm feeling as though that whoever you're moving towards, you're afraid that your heart's going to get broken because she's going to reject you, she or he. All right, we don't know yet if you're a she or a he, feminine or masculine. Well, who's in your environment? B-name. Strength. Somebody who is overcoming obstacles and challenges and has tamed the beast within, which is what the lion represents. The ego. The ego, okay? What's in your hopes? B-name. Oh, choosing a different path, the one that's divinely lit, right? The other path that you took had not been so fruitful or good, successful for you. So you're hoping to take the divinely lit path, the one that's going to guide you to happiness, love, and success. And what's in your energy? Ooh, the Ten of Swords. Owie, owie, owie. But the 10 is good because you can't have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 swords in your back. There's no room. In the tarot, 10 is the highest number. So once you reach 10, then it's over with. It's ending. Okay? 10 of Swords. What's in this energy here? That's why you're taking a different path, because you've been betrayed. 5 of Cups. Okay? You're missing somebody. You're truly, truly missing somebody. And that person is back here, behind your back. You're focused on all your love failures, your important relationship failures, instead of looking around to see who's in your environment, who is your true love. Okay? But you are feeling desolate, lonely, and missing somebody. In remorse and regret for what happened in the past with her or him. And you are, what was I going to say? I have no idea. Okay, I was going to say something. I just left my mind. Okay, let's move forward. Oh, look at that big old divinely inspired cup of love that the divine is saying with this. Yes, this is the one you're missing. See, that cup is this one here. This is the one you're missing, that you left behind. And you're feeling like so desolate now about what you did in the past, what happened in the past with her or him, that you are so remorseful and regretful about it and missing them. The divine is saying, yes, 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 yes. We don't want you to feel bad, but you need to feel bad to a certain degree in order for you to wake up and see what it is that you had missed out on for an opportunity in love. Here, the divine is giving you an opportunity in love. They're showing you there's a new path laid out for you. You just have to look up and look at these ones back here. Does that make sense, guys? You got a new path in love. The divine is saying yes. The one you're thinking about that's back here, the one that your heart is crying out for, is the yes to the divine. Okay, your environment. The Hermit and the Ace of Swords. Okay, V-name. Yeah, you have got somebody who is, overcome challenges and obstacles, and that could be as it relates to how she was dropped like a hot potato in the past by you, right? V names. She's had to do some introspection, go put herself in some isolation and just spend time allowing the divine to enlighten her mind as to what she's been doing wrong, maybe, what she could do better, what happened, like what's actually happened, why it ended badly, and that there is some truth to be learned yet. The divine is laying out some through her time in introspection. She is learning some truths about herself, about the past, that she's been forced to put it down, and she's now wiping the slate clean, allowing only whatever comes towards her from now on is got to come with clarity, truth, transparency, and honesty. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? Okay, back of the deck. What do we have? Oh, Lovers. Yeah, the divine is saying your heart recognized this one. Even if you weren't conscious at the time, your heart recognized this one. And she is a very divinely connected soulmate, right? That's why the divine's saying, yes, 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 she's the one. Because this is somebody you've had other lifetimes with. This is somebody you've chose to be with before. And it's about choosing her again this lifetime so that because you're becoming more enlightened through all your life's lessons, like your trials and tribulations all throughout your life. If you've been going the wrong path, it's the right path, actually, because you learn through all the hardships. That's if you actually learn from them, okay? A lot of people experience hardships after hardships, and they keep making the same mistakes all the time because they keep going down the wrong path. It doesn't include the heart, the love of the divine that comes through your heart. They're not listening to their heart enough. But you, for some reason, are doing that now, V names. That's all I have to say. That's what this whole reading is about. So anyone who is feeling guided to watch this reading because they resonate with V, then this reading is telling you that you are growing. You are rising up in your frequency, your resonance, closer to the heart resonance, which is the divine. It's your soul. It's the unconditional love that your heart speaks into your mind if you're listening. But if you're not, then the hardships you go through is just another stepping stone to the next relationship that's going to cause you great hardship. But this reading is telling you that you're not doing that. You're very much hoping to be following that different path now. And that in itself means that you have allowed the divine to enter your thoughts now, which is your heart again. So Lovers, Page of Pentacles. You have either a child or you have an offer that you want to, of a small gift to give to your lover over here. Again, now, there's no reason for me to say that this is a masculine, that you're a masculine V names. Oh, and this is feminine. Not yet anyways, okay? So either you have a child that you want to tell her about, her or him about, that you need to include in your life if you were to be back together with your lover, or it's a token of love, some small gift that you want to give her or him. The Seven of Swords is out. It means that you had treated her badly in the past. You were sneaking around. You were in another relationship. That one ended up betraying you, and you were in that betrayal energy with this one here. You betrayed her. You betrayed her by not coming forward truthfully with her, telling her that you were married or in a long-term commitment, and you were just having a dalliance with her, and that's all it was going to be. And then you would just move on, and that would be the end of it. But you develop feelings for them because you met your soulmate. That's what happened. And look, the Ace of Wands, it was all about the passion that you could have. That's why you were in this energy. You, whatever, it was sexual pursuits that you were looking for, because you already had a commitment with somebody. We don't know who yet. But this one here, oh, there's the one you were committed to. This one here is your true love. You've come to realize that. You've woken up to that. But this is who you're committed to. All right? Let's put her over here somewhere. Okay? Can you see that? Yes, you can. Yay. Let's talk about these two energies. The Four of Pentacles, where you were guarded and holding on to a mindset of wealth, and your priorities were, your focused priorities were on making money, wealth and money. But divine has come in. You've allowed the divine to come in through, for whatever reason it was. You ended a cycle here, right? You opened yourself up to the new, because you put an end to an old cycle. Three of Cups, Eight of Cups, and Four of Swords with Five of Wands. Yeah, okay guys. V names, you had with this kind of mentality, being that 3D focus, that low resonance focus, because you weren't including your heart much in your life at that point in time. This is the current problem, okay? You put somebody in 3D. You were more focused on, who you could socialize with and have fun and drink with, and who you could have sex with, right? That's a third party. But since then, you've walked away from that energy, because the divine, through your ability to and decision to end the cycle of all that, the divine was able to come in and help temper, like bring some peace and clarity into your mind, so that you could feel calmer about moving forward, because you have some answers. You know more about yourself now. You know more about what it is you really, really want, because you're allowing the heart of the divine to be heard in your mind. And you did this through healing, laying it all down, laying all that down, so that you could hear the divine speak to you during those times. That might be meditation, might just simply be sleeping and dreams. So otherwise you were in a lot of conflict that caused you a great deal of stress, losing sleep at night. So you put that all behind you. So the world, Archangel Michael, my Holy Spirit, what can we know about the world? Distant past, Queen of Wands, the Sun or Enlightenment, and the Knight of Cups with the Four of Wands. You see her, you put, okay, because you've got some new energy here. You have got a new way of thinking and seeing and feeling, okay? Thanks to the divine, but also to you, because you were strong and powerful enough to be names to actually have a look at what was going on in your life, why you weren't feeling satisfied and content. You didn't feel loved. You knew that much. You might have felt even more like used than loved, which is what you did to her, right? What you did to this one here. You used her at that time, before this time. You used her at that time, and then you dropped her like a hot potato, right? So you were in a marriage or a commitment of some kind with this Queen of Pentacles, who ended up betraying you, using you, and then dropping you, or at least using you and not letting you go, but hanging on to you for dear life, because you provided her with a status of life that she grew to know and love. And she didn't want to let that go. Okay, so this Two of Cups is your true love for this one here, really. But yeah, she's the Queen of Wands because she was the other woman, which is the Queen of Wands. Also represents the Queen of Wands is the lover or the other woman. But she brought so much happiness and light into your life when you were spending time with her or communicating with her or whatever. you saw her as somebody that was, just bright and just fun and made you feel really, really, really good, incredibly happy. But you knew that was going to be short-lived because you had a wife after all. Commitment, well, long-term partner, whatever it was for you. But you were offering a devoted, sincere cup of love to her, this Queen of Wands in the past. And you even saw her as being someone you could actually marry and be in a commitment with. But also in the distant past, you learned about this twin flame. If you didn't know anything about it, you learned about twin flame, the twin flame journey, the 1111. That's what this card represents as well. So yeah, you've been inspired by the divine, that she's the one that you really want to ride towards and offer your love to. So you had to put an end to the past with her. You have all this great energy right here. Wow. And the fact that you're looking into the twin flame journey, like what's that all about, whatever, and to see if it's real. So yeah, you put this behind, but you also in the distant past, you put her behind you, right? You put all that great energy that you received from being connected with her in that way, romantic way, you put that behind you as well. You ended that cycle so that you could just devote and commit to your marriage, right? So either or both. Whichever you want to resonate, you resonate most with V names. So V names, a hanging man, is all about different perspective, being hung by the foot by the divine, so that you can see the world from a different vantage point that you've never done before. That helps you grow, personally develop, and spiritually develop. Nine of Swords, losing sleep at night. Page of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so yeah, you've been asked to, because you were in so much distress over what you had to end in both sense of the stories here. You ended the cycle with the other woman and just focused solely on your marriage or your long-term commitment with Queen of Pentacles, or you've ended a cycle with the Queen of Pentacles because you are seeing your life with her quite differently and what it is that your heart is really calling out for. But in all, it's caused you a lot of distress where you end up literally not sleeping, staying awake at night because it's just days, it haunts your mind, what you did here or what you have to do in order to be able to make your way back here to this one here, one that you truly love. So you are excited about, after having time in sacrificing, staying still, and having to sacrifice your time and energy in order for you to learn something new about yourself. Being enlightened, in other words, this is an awakening here. You have some very interesting and exciting news to share now because of what you've learned about yourself and your situations. And now you're looking at your harvest and saying, whoo-wee, I'm ready to take on this harvest now because I have been able to do right by myself and right by others, and now I'm actually growing many fruit that I'm going to soon be able to harvest with the right one, which is this Nine of Pentacles person. All right, so what are you thinking about? What are in your thoughts? The Fool, right? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, let's talk about the Fool for a moment. Yeah. Eight of Swords. Justice. The Chariot. with the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? Yeah. You are thinking about how you foolishly leaped towards this Queen of Wands and entered into a connection with her that you could not complete. You started something you couldn't finish because you were already in a commitment with your Queen of Pentacles. So you see yourself as foolishly behaving that way, that puts you in great distress, being stuck up in your head, not doing anything but just ruminating, thinking the same things over and over again, which kept you stuck really in your own self-imposed prison, which is what these swords around you indicate. But of course you never were. Your hands are loosely bound. You could move your hands up and pull your blindfold off. Your feet are loose, and there's a lot of space between these swords that you can walk through. You can get up off your knees, but you're not wanting to. You really aren't, because it was just going to be too much of you to think about yourself like that. But you did start seeing the injustices of how you treated her in the past, and probably what was going on with your wife or long-term partner. And the divine has come in and said, that's why these lights are here, and it says it's time to balance these scales, because we hear your heart, we hear what you want, and we realize that the one you're with is not the one. Whatever the connections are here, it's not good for anybody. What's going on right now is not good for anyone. So that's got to end. You're ready for it, because your heart's been speaking to the divine, whether you consciously know it or not. But you've been spending some time upside down and being in feeling more calm and tempered, which means you're allowing yourself to hear your heart speak to you. So then you're prepared. You're thinking about being prepared now to move quickly forward towards your Two of Cups, your love interest. Page of Swords, what would you like to say? What's the energy about the Page of Swords? Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit. The Empress. I say princess. The Four of Cups. And the Three of Pentacles with the Six of Wands. Okay. You want to tell her that your Ten of Cups commitment with the Queen of Pentacles is come to an end, or is coming to an end. You're putting an end to it because she betrayed you. And you also want to tell her that that he betrayed V names. You betrayed the Empress here, which is your Two of Cups. She's in high resonance. She's not. This is not about being a wife or a mother. This is about being the Empress energy, the highest resonance of the feminine in the deck of tarot. She's everything. She births worlds, right? She gives birth to worlds. She has great ideas that which then births new worlds, because ideas create. And so she is she's motherly, she's nurturing, highly nurturing, she's forgiving, caring, compassionate, she's wise, she's intelligent, she's intuitive, she's all, she's a great communicator. She's all four queens in one. So she's the highest resonance you can get, is according to the tarot, with a person. It's everything you'd want is right there. If you're a man, or if you same sex, if you're a woman and you're looking for a female partner, the Empress is the highest resonance. So you want to tell your Empress that that you are putting this Ten of Cups energy to an end with this Queen of Pentacles, or you have, and that you acknowledge that the cup that was divinely inspired, her offer in the past, excuse me, you're acknowledging that you rejected it in the past, but you're also now telling her straight up, I'm looking at it now because that's what I want. I want that cup of love that you offered me, and I'm ready for it. I'm prepared now. I'm ready. There's justification in this. I'm going to want to move to feel victorious and successful with you, having laid down my ego and pride. There is no more ego and pride to have to, I mean, there is to a sense, but not to the point where it overwhelms the right thing, doing the right thing. And your right thing is wanting to reconnect with her, to collaborate, whether it could be in business, it could be in any way, shape, or form, or just in a connecting, making it, forging a new foundation as a new relationship between the two of you. Excuse me. So that's what we know about what you want to tell her. What does she have to say? The Strength card here. Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, please clarify who's in B name's environment. Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands with the Knight of Wands. Okay, it looks like she's been balancing her own energies. Between her mind and her heart here, she's bringing balance in. With the divine helping her with that, to find truth and clarity and in her past and moving forward. She's looking at all the conflict that was caused. She's remembering all the conflict that was caused in her own heart and mind because of the player days, where V-Name came in and did what he did back then and got what he got, if that's what happened, and then left. Excuse me, I guess I need a drink of water. Yeah. So she's thinking about the player days back then. That's caused her a lot of conflict, which, obviously caused her to have to grow up, to awaken herself, to rise up into her own divinity of truth and clarity, love. And so she's been balancing her energies, and she's knows that whatever it is she decides to do, it's going to be prosperous and abundant for her. Whether she moves forward with somebody else, with you, V-Name, or with no one at all, she goes out on her own and that's it. She knows that it's going to be a prosperous blessing that she's going to receive because of all the work she's done on herself. She's the Empress after all. She's the one who is going to, she's been blessed by the divine because she's done the work on herself. She's risen up to the highest frequency she could be in, and she right now, and she'll keep going, right? That's never the end. We never stop growing. But yeah, she's gone a long ways. So where are you? You're growing too. Okay, but you're feeling betrayed right now. You're still in the betrayal mindset, but maybe you need to let that go yet. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and the Hierophant with the Seven of Cups. Okay, it looks like you have some growing yet to do. I see that with love, of course. You're worried your heart's going to be broken. I might say that this worry would be, something valid if you don't listen to your heart now and heed the advice from the divine, and through tarot card readings or whatever. If you've got work to do on yourself so that you can at least meet her at the same frequency, that at that level where you can both look at each other eye to eye, then you might be sitting in a broken heart, because she may just move on from you and really not look back, kind of thing. So you're sitting in Ten of Swords, which means you're still sore and sour from this, this coming to an end, or just this may not even be ended yet. You may still be in this connection with your Queen of Pentacles, and you're feeling betrayed, and you haven't taken the action needed in order to be able to. So I don't see a King of Pentacles on here. Not King of Pentacles. Yeah, that too, but King of Wands. I don't see that taking action towards healing, taking control of the betrayal by, talking to your wife and saying, you've cheated on me and I'm not going to deal with this anymore, so we need to put an end to this connection, divorce or whatever it is. You're moving slowly, but you're still defensive. You're standing your ground for some reason, but the standing the ground is about actually trying to find a common ground within your marriage, or you're defensive against your wife whom you're married to. You're defensive against this contract, this institution, because it's a contract that you can't just get out of. You got to go through legal avenues in order to put this to rest once and for all. But until you're not married anymore, you might want to, you could talk to her if she was going to talk to you, but your best bet and of success, and so that you're not heartbroken by her rejecting you, is to make sure you start moving towards this divorce. Get divorced. If you're really that unhappy and your heart is, it's crying out for this one to reunite with her, then you have to divorce. You have to stop being so defensive and stop moving so slowly towards what you know that needs to be done, which is to heal this betrayal. Because she's either healed it, well, you betrayed her. There's no ifs, ands, buts about this one. But maybe you've been betraying this one too. But somebody's betrayed somebody, and that's got to be dealt with, V-name. So I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe and like if you like what you hear. But this is the Divine's laying out what the Divine knows about what's going on in your life, your thoughts and your feelings towards other people, especially important people in your life. But it's also advice, right? Why sit in misery longer than you need to, when it's this one that your new cycle you ended this cycle here with her. That's cheating, right? You ended that. And so your new cycle is about, being faithful to your marriage. So you want to be able to put an end to this if you're that miserable, and you really, all you do is think about this one and how happy you would have been if you'd, chosen her as your true love, then you know what you need to do. But it's always up to you, of course. So until next month, take care, V-names. Bye for now.
Yoga, bombom ti, chini tanchu, mungbong do su, ani yele budam ti ma fire.